Welcome back to the channel, folks. We're making that long trip over to Alabama this morning. You know, we got about 2 hours to go, look, almost 2 hours to go. Now, we should be hitting it just about right around 9 o'clock in the morning. We get camp set up. We're gonna try to get out in the woods this afternoon to get our first hunt in. You know, talking to some people that live over here and that come over here hunting all the time, we should be hitting a rut in this area about right. So when we get over here, we should have some good hunting going on. And the area we're going to it's restricted a little bit. So, you know, we should see some good bucks. I hope so anyways, but we're gonna get back on the road. We'll get you turned on as soon as we get back over here. This morning's been a little hectic this morning. We got out here a little late. And then from the camp out to this tree, at some point I lost my wireless mic. I'm hoping I took it out of this because I had it in this little pocket right here on top. And I put it somewhere, but I don't know. Now it's clipped on right on the front right here. But we gonna sit tight. It's cold out here this morning. I got ice on everything already. The sun's starting to peek up. When I was climbing up the tree, that little bottom on my right, I heard something move through that bottom down there, but I never did see it. To me, it sounded more like hogs. We had a spike out in there, down in that bottom right there, come through. And I don't know if he ended up catching my wind or just decided to go back, but he ended up turning around and going up that ridge. And I don't know if he made a loop back around or not. I'm down and we'll walk out of here. We'll walk up this other ridge over here and see what it looks like. But I think I got all my stuff packed up. I'm gonna go to a different, I've been sitting here looking at the map. I think we're gonna go to a different spot when I get back up and meet up with Mike. But yeah, I believe I'm gonna go out here and see. I got some other spots on the map I want to go check out. This spot right here, we are at the end of the week. It goes from bow hunting to gun hunting. Man, look at that scrape. Or look at that rub right there on that tree. But I believe last night, this is where, over here is where that buck, or that deer, I don't know why I keep saying buck, but there was a deer that come through here on this ridge over here last night. But anyways, we're gonna get over here and go check out a few more spots. But at the end of the week, we're supposed to get, it goes from bow hunt to gun hunt. This spot will be a very good gun hunting spot. Well, we finally made it back out here. I just picked the place on the map, I told Mike, just drop me off right here and let me walk out there and find something to set up on. It looks good, you know, and off, it comes down into, there's a creek down up ahead of me, probably a couple 100 yards. But there's a few ridges that filter down into it or whatever. And that's what I'm gonna go down there and try to get on this creek. Find me a good crossing or whatever and set up. Yeah, if I can get down there, this stuff's getting really thick. But yeah, I'm wearing my orange today. There's people all over the place out here. I want to make sure they see me. You know, there's quite a few people out here, and I don't know if these people's out here on public land shooting or on the borders or what, but there is a lot of gunshots around here. So I threw on the orange just to be safe. But we're gonna ease on down in here. I'm getting close to where it's gonna start dropping off pretty good. This is a pretty good trail walking down in here. More like a bench. You can see it drops off there. It goes over another 20 yards and then drops off. I come down to that point that I was talking about. That trail comes down right through there. I stopped back there. I just come out and set up, and then that trail goes down to that point. You know, and then the ridge goes up right there, but it goes down that point. Oh, back in there. Now that trail comes down to that point. If you can see it, back behind me back there is really, really thick. I'm thinking they bedding out there. Thought I just heard something. But anyways, I'm pretty sure they're bedding out behind me. My wind's blowing in my face, blowing down this edge, so it's a marginal wind. we headed back up to the truck. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see, but I had a, I want to go ahead and put on and say it was a monster buck. I seen him. He looked like a really big 9-point. Yeah, he come in. His antlers was big enough to where when he come through that thick stuff, he sounded like a moose with his antlers getting caught up in everything. I mean, it was crazy. Once I finally seen him, or found him, you know, and I seen he had white antlers that was shining like crazy out there in that thicket. But he stopped about 40 yards from me, and he was gonna work up towards where I came from. So, and where he stopped at, all I could see from where I was sitting at was I can catch like the back of his head. When he'd turn his head one way, I'd see the antler. When he'd turn his head the other way, I'd see the other side. But you know, I can never get, I mean, he was at around 43, 44 yards. And he was in the thicket. There was no way I could shoot. But I tried calling, you know, grunting at him. It did not work at all. He never even looked that way, which he heard me. He just didn't acknowledge it. But I snort wheezed, and when I did that, it got his attention. And he sat there and looked around. He looked my way, and he went to go walk again, and I snort wheezed again, and that he turned around. I thought he was coming to me, but he come back down the hill, and then whoa, focus. And he come back down the hill. I thought he was coming to me, but no. When he got to the bottom of the hill, he turned right, and he started moving a little bit faster. I guess he just didn't want no part of no fight tonight. And he walked away, and that's when I was able to get a real good look at him. Man, but it happened so quick. I didn't get, like I said, I know I was trying to get the camera on it, but I couldn't see if I was in the right spot or not. But we're gonna try to get back in there after him, you know, see if we can't move around, see what we can make happen.